I was working on a substation transformer, and at the end of the day my job was to remove some ground clamps from the deactivated transformer. There were two transformers, the one on the right was on, the one on the left was off. I went on the right. As I climbed up the structure, I made contact with my right arm. 13,000 volts of electricity went through my right side, out my foot, then it hit me again on my left side and went out my hip. And I did suffer the amputations of my entire right arm and half my left, as well as second and third degree burns over 40% of my body. People ask me what was my inspiration. My daughter, both my daughters. I had to be there for them, and I wanted to be the father I was before. I wanted to be the husband to my wife that I was, and I just, that's why I decided to don't stop living. You know, that's been my approach from day one. This year I was looking to do something big, and then one of my team members mentioned that she went to school with Jameson's father, Jimmy. And then she turned me on to the mother's website, and it talked about their difficulties with purchasing prosthetics for the little boy, as well as their concerns about his future. You know, I wanted to raise money for that, and then as well as show them that anything is possible. I'm a wimp when it comes to emotional things like that. I don't know. I've been thinking about how I'm going to respond. Little boy's not going to know anything. He's only 14, 16 months old. So, but his parents are, it's going to be emotional. I mean, I don't know these folks. I've just spoken to them on the phone, and I told them what I wanted to do for them. So, I think it's going to be emotional, without a doubt. About this arm right here is a basic model, $35,000. Now we're talking about, I'm a below elbow on this one. He's an above elbow on both. So times 2 times 18 years is going to go through a lot of prosthetics. Now he may decide at some point not to wear them as often, but he will. He's entitled to it. He's entitled to the technology we have in this country. Why not being able to afford it somehow? So I want to help in my own way. Kansas was tough. Kansas, the roads weren't. I kept switching back and forth from roads because of traffic, because no shoulder, because of the wind, the heat. It got up to 108 degrees in Kansas at one point. It was brutal, and the winds were terrible. But I enjoyed Wyoming. Montana's been beautiful, and then northern Idaho's been fantastic so far. I stop at any place that I find along the way, from McDonald's to truck stops to, I eat everything. I'm not watching anything that I eat. I'll end up losing up to 3 pounds a day on the bike. So if I don't eat, I can wither away. So I think I've only lost about 6 or 7 pounds, which is a lot less than what I expected. I'm a 3-time Ironman, world's first double arm amputee Ironman. And when I compete, people tell me I inspire them, I motivate them to finish or to compete. So that inspires me in turn. I want people to see me as anybody else. I have a difficult way of, I have difficulties in front of me, or obstacles in front of me. But I'm working twice as hard to overcome them. But I'm the same as anybody else, except for the fact that I'm missing both arms. When they see me out there, say hi, honk your horn, a nice friendly wave, thumbs up. But I want them to walk away knowing that, listen, we all have obstacles, just it's how we approach it and overcome them.
Why bicycling? Why was that the mode of transportation?
At some point somebody told me this was something I couldn't do. And you know what? I said, I'm going to show you I can do it, and I'm going to show you how to do it to an extreme level. And that's what I've been doing.
So after your injury, what guess what were some of the hardest things that you had to relearn to do?
Just the simple things, you know. I mean, there are things that nowadays I don't deal with, but I know I can do it. Like cutting a piece of steak. It's, you know, I don't want to sweat before I eat my dinner. So, you know, either my wife will do it or at the restaurant they'll do it. Tying shoes, I avoid tying shoes. I wear shoes that are already tied up or the elastic strings. But, you know, there's ways to do it. You know, if I have difficulty doing something, I'm going to be stubborn and I want to learn how to do it. Changing a flat. Everybody asks me, how do you change a flat? It's the coolest thing. But I'm saving it for a documentary that's coming out hopefully at the end of the summer. But I'll throw myself on the floor and I use my feet and I use my stump, my arm, and sometimes my teeth. And I'm able to change a flat. And I can change it as fast as just about anybody else.